Asking Damon, we were even talking about this yesterday, just how much they've had to deal with in that region. And I know we saw, I think what you said was kind of the back end of it with all the weather we had.
Yeah, we caught the tail end of it, but it just sat over some of those same areas. And anytime you get a storm not moving, usually those are the kind of results, unfortunately, that happen.
Wow.
Yeah, but here at home,
Different entire story.
and now we're talking about freeze concerns
really?
heading into tonight. Oh yeah, we got a freeze warning as we go into the night tonight. And yeah, the colder air too, it comes on the backside of that very strong system that finally moved off of the East Coast. So no longer seeing any more of that heavy rainfall, severe weather across any part of the country, but we certainly did pull in this much colder air. And yes, freeze warnings in effect tonight, 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. on your Wednesday across nearly the entire DMV, minus the mountains of Western Maryland, West Virginia, and the Blue Ridge. The reason this freeze warning was put into effect tonight, we are expecting temperatures to tumble well below freezing, and after having several warm days over the last few weeks here, technically speaking, the growing season hasn't started yet, but it's been warm enough that a lot of plants are already starting to bloom out there. So if you have anything outdoors, now's the time to bring it in. Check it out. We do have decently sunny skies, though, so it's looking like a nice day. But if our camera is any indication here as it wobbles in the wind, it's not feeling all that great despite the return of the sunshine. Here are those air temperatures. We are barely back into the upper 40s in D.C., barely back to 40 degrees on the dot along the I-81 corridor. It is not going to get much warmer than that as we head through the rest of the day because of how gusty these winds are. Coming out of the northwest, we will average out around 25 to 35 miles an hour with those wind gusts, and an occasional 40-mile-per-hour gust not out of the question like what we have down in Lexington Park at this hour. And that is producing a wind chill a good 10 degrees at least below those air temperatures, mostly in the 30s as you head across the DMV. So it is definitely a day to bundle up. Now here's the good news, if you will. We're not going to see the wind last all that long. Just the rest of this afternoon will continue to have those stronger gusts upwards of 25 miles an hour. But soon after 5, 6 o'clock, just like that, the winds start to calm down. The reason for that, high pressure will be rolling on in and turning things extremely calm as we head into the day on Wednesday. Now, normally that would be a good thing, and it will be by tomorrow afternoon as we start to see temperatures rise. But with these winds calming down overnight as the temperatures start to fall, that is going to lead to that potential of a widespread frost and freeze across the DMV. Calm, clear conditions, always a recipe for those temperatures to drop even more. So here we are later this afternoon, barely getting back into those upper 40s, perhaps a few locations right at 50. But watch this as we head into the night. Temperatures go right back into the 30s, and by early tomorrow morning, mostly the entire area down below freezing. DC will be right around 30, and the more west you go, the more likely you are to see those temperatures well into the 20s around 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow. So we're not done with the cold yet, and that will be our coldest point though, folks, because tomorrow afternoon we're back to the mid-50s, and then as we go back to the 60s for the end of the week, that's our next chance of rainfall. Looks to be pretty soggy Thursday into Friday.